SoCal forever here. Got some sun, put a bunch of coconut oil on my face. Just out there soaking it up. I think my chest, like, I don't want to. Sun's great for you, and it's so good for your energy. So, I wanted to talk about CBD and trying in relieving anxiety and relaxing and just kind of talking about medication or herbal remedies or elixirs and using them to help us relax or achieve a certain thing. So I have high functioning autism, Tourette syndrome, ADHD, like all these labels that I was given at a young age. And I was heavily medicated. But I don't need medicine. And for the past 4 years, I've been very strictly or disciplined and doing this because I love this and it feels great. Breath work, meditation, chanting, like throat singing, and just breath work alone and then a Zen meditation. It does all the things that medicines do, actually better. It does all the things that CBD does and other herbs. So it's like unnecessary to use things like CBD. But for the past month, I've been using CBD. I'm giving it a try, and I feel like it's an enhancer. Like it enhances the work that you're doing when it comes to meditation and breath work. And I feel like it's very healing on a physical level. That's kind of why I'm using CBD and using other herbal remedies and things like that. Definitely psych meds like pharmaceuticals, like antipsychotics and antidepressants, they are not good for your nervous system at all. And, there may be times to use those things, but I really do believe very short time frame of when those should be used. Because if you use them for long periods of time, it changes your brain in a very negative way, which would make, if you have psychosis and take an antipsychotic, but if you keep taking the antipsychotic, it'll make you worse. Like I'm not going to go into details of what it does to the brain that makes it worse, but it does. And this is like scientifically proven. And it makes your brain shrink. And it's terrible for your hormones, a lot of the antipsychotics, and just your body in general. CBD actually is good for people that are too much, I really like to believe, like too much in that mystical state. In working with Kundalini and being too skyrocketed can lead to psychosis. But that doesn't mean that someone's schizophrenic. Man, I'm experiencing deja vu. I feel like I've already made this video. So pretty much the main message that I wanted to relay is just breathe. Do breath work. Do breath techniques. Do meditation to where you just go deep and relax and lower your brain waves. Because we need these low frequencies. There's multiple frequencies in our body. Each one of our organs is a specific frequency and changes frequency. Like our brain has different frequencies and wavelengths. Like theta is like sleep and like deep meditation. And that's the subconscious. So that's where all the good mystical stuff is at. That's where all the healing occurs and clearing of the subconscious is when you're in that deep theta, and that's where the receiving is too. There's a time and place to be agile and ambitious and in the alpha wave state. And when you get in that state and exercise the brain and exercise physically and externally interact, then it's a lot easier it seems like you get a lot more work done when you do the external and then take time to meditate. Because if you just meditate all the time, it's just like, what I've noticed is, if I just meditate all the time, I can't really go deeper. But if I meditate, then I externalize and do things external and then come back in. It's like, whoa, there's a lot more stuff moving. So it's about finding that balance. So I guess I don't know what else to say. I just think breath work, pranayama, tantra, all the limbs of tantra it's amazing of how healing it is. And truthfully, I feel like it could almost replace all medications and even herbal things. And when it comes to the psyche, and even when it comes to the physical body, we can heal our physical body through just breathing certain ways and meditating and stretching, and then eating healthy on top of that, fasting, drinking good water, and then adding things like CBD and other supplements and herbs on top of that. It's just amazing how well it works. But especially in America, it's like, oh, go to the doctor. Like the doctor doesn't even put much emphasis on like food as medicine and food as the reason why the person's sick. They just want people to take a pill. Just take a pill or have this test, and now you're my customer. And now you're Big Pharma's customer, and truthfully, we should be our own doctors. We should know enough about our body, enough about what we need to put in our body, and how we need to take care of our body through breath work and exercise. And here's a big key when it comes to losing weight, particularly when it comes to being healthy physically. You just have to play. You have to connect with your inner child and think of the times where... feel and do what you're doing when you're a kid. Like, jump out of bed in the morning, run to the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, I'm awesome, like run around in the pasture, or I don't know, like I jumped on hay bales when I was a kid. I remember running around the house, like play and have fun with life, make life fun. Don't be that kind of person that runs on treadmills in a row. It's like that's insane. Why would you run on a freaking treadmill? Why wouldn't you just go for a walk or run around outside? Like go hiking. Do some enjoyment. Do exercise that brings you enjoyment. Play a game. Be a kid when it comes to exercise and being physical. Like a wise child. Not an immature. I'm not saying to be immature. I'm saying to be playful and childlike. And your mood will come back. Your health will come back. Your good image for yourself will come back. Taking yourself less seriously. being less judgmental and more forgiving. I mean, these are all traits of the inner child. So it should be food, exercise, and some kind of yogic or in pranayamic exercise before you try to take some pill to fix your mental illness or your lack of not or you not being able to sleep. And when it comes to emotional healing and doing yoga and breath work, you're going to stir stuff up. So, oh, you can't go to sleep? Well, that's Kundalini energy, and you're getting an upgrade, and you're emotionally healing, and like, yeah, you know, this is why you like go to the monastery and not have to work, so that you can go through this awakening and then become enlightened and then go out into the world. You know, I feel like that's kind of been my journey for the past 4 years, where I haven't worked a normal job, and everything's been supported so that I can go through this awakening and upgrade and activation and healing. So yeah, Cal Forever here. Thanks for listening. Peace.